The only reason that we're not mourning dead kids today is because he didn't use the gun. And nobody knew, and nobody could have stopped him because we don't have weapons detections at the doors.
Earlier this month, Flagler County Sheriff's deputies arrested a 15-year-old FPC high school student after he allegedly carried a gun on campus, then pointed it at another student during an off-campus confrontation at McDonald's in Town Center. At last week's school board meeting, one parent used that case to highlight what she called gaps in security. Flagler County resident Catherine Cheat tied her concerns to a personal tragedy, the 2024 Appalachia High School shooting in Winder, Georgia, where 4 people were killed and 9 wounded.
September 4th for me was so impactful because that was the 1-year anniversary of the shooting at Appalachia High School. It was my alma mater. A student brought a gun to campus and killed 4 people. And they evacuated the kids. I will save the gore because I know we have children here this evening. And the parents asked for the board to install metal detectors, any kind of weapons detection, and they did not. And I don't know their reasons for not. But a month later, a second child brought a gun to school. And by God's grace alone, they caught him before he entered the campus. And he had every intention of using it. He said he wanted to be a copycat. There was not even grass on the graves of the dead kids yet. And the parents begged and pleaded, please do something, have some kind of weapons detection. Because if his book bag hadn't come unzipped on the bus, they wouldn't have caught him either, and they would have had more dead kids. So they finally approved metal detectors. They made it work. They figured it out. And then 3 months later, a third kid brought a gun to school, and the metal detectors stopped him.
She said Flagler's demographics mirror Winder's, 2 high schools, 2 middle schools, and fast growth, and urged the district to act before it's too late.
If it could happen in Winder, Georgia, it can happen here.
School board members said the request will be reviewed in future workshops. Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Monday, September 29th. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office has arrested a 12-year-old boy accused of threatening another child in a group chat. Deputies say the 12-year-old sent a photo of a box containing 15 knives and brass knuckles, followed by a message threatening to stab the victim during an online argument. Investigators confirmed the threats after reviewing the messages, then searched the 12-year-old's home with his parents' consent, where they found the box of knives. The 12-year-old was charged with written or electronic threats to kill or harm and was turned over to the Department of Juvenile Justice. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, conveniently located right off I-95 at exit 311. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office is awarded a $90,000 motorcycle safety grant from FDOT. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
Sheriff's Office received a $90,000 grant from the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicle to educate and enforce traffic laws relating to motorcycles, both to educate drivers and motorcycles on the proper sharing of roadways in driving with motorcycles and cars. In the last few weeks, there have been 5 traffic fatalities in Flagler County, 2 of which were motorcyclists. So the timing of this grant is greatly appreciated. I also want to thank our grants unit for constantly looking for grants to bring back to Flagler County to support our enforcement and education opportunities.
Since 2020, 413 motorcycle crashes have occurred on Flagler County roadways. Of these crashes, 37 have resulted in fatalities.
If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
Scammers are targeting veterans. Here's what to avoid.
Ads on the internet that promise car insurance for the ridiculously low price of $19 a month. They're calling it a military deal and shamelessly targeting veterans. Here's Flagler County's Veterans Services Officer David Lyden.
In this day and age, if you think auto insurance will be $19 a month, go look at your calendar again, because the last time car insurance was in that range was in the 1990s.
So if this $19 a month insurance isn't a thing, why do they bother advertising it?
It's there to attract your click. It's clickbait. What they are is lead generation sites. So you fall for the $19 a month, you click on it, you get to a site, you put your information, and now you become a lead for other people that are looking to sell you something else.
Once you click on their ad and fall into their trap, the $19 offer is gone and you're rerouted.
The quoting vanishes upon you clicking on that and getting to the actual broker that's trying to sell you. So the Federal Trade Commission notes that imposters are doing scams and fake discounts, and those are top complaints with the Federal Trade Commission from military consumers.
If you think you're paying too much for car insurance,
Call some other insurance companies and find a cheaper rate, but don't fall for these things online.
Lyden did a deep dive to find the cheapest insurance he could.
From what I've been able to glean here, the lowest verified minimums that you can get for car insurance, and this shows us from USAA, is $24 a month, or $26 a month from a company called Auto Owners.
But all you'll get for that low price is the bare minimum.
Basic liability only. None of the full coverage that you might need with one of your $50,000 cars or $60,000 cars that people have nowadays.
Listen to Veterans on Point every Sunday morning at 9:30 here on WNZF or anytime on the Flagler radio app. In the WNZF newsroom, I'm Liz Ryan.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Lee Show with your WNZF local sports update.
Bulldog football kicked off district play, hosting the University Titans Friday night in the WNZF Game of the Week. Titans drove down the field on the opening drive to take the lead, but had just 105 yards the rest of the game. Coach Patrick Turner.
Defense was great. I mean, they came out and stuck one on us on the first drive, but other than that, man, we were lights out.
FPC responded. Simmons keeping it himself, bouncing it outside, trying to turn upfield. He does turn upfield, inside the 10. Still on his feet, leaps into the end zone for a touchdown! After a 3-and-out, a Titans penalty on the punt gave the Dogs 1st and 10 at the UHS 45. Simmons in the shotgun, give to Ajede, reverse to Caliendo. Caliendo throwing downfield, wide open receiver. That's Jacob Belly. He scores, touchdown Bulldog. That made it 14-7. Nolan Caliendo on his pass.
We just ran the jet sweep and then it was wide open. I gave him a little bit of a bad ball, but he still got it.
Caliendo had 7 catches plus that pass, combining for 162 yards total offense.
I really like just getting involved, like just throwing tutties, just like everyone getting the ball.
After a Kenny Robinson interception, FPC faced 4th and 5 at their own 29.
Pass to Caliendo, incomplete, it was high, and it deflects into the hands of Gunter, and he's down the sideline, the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown, Bulldogs!
Rich Carroll on the mic. Sophomore Bobby Starr's pass was tipped to Brian Gunter for the 71-yard score.
It's better be lucky than good, you know?
A Cal's Wern interception gave FPC a 28-7 halftime lead. Amina Najede added a touchdown in the third. FPC takes first place in the district with the 38-7 win. Next up is Fletcher Friday. Bulldogs Douglas Seth and Ariana Slaughter captured individual titles at the 5-Star Conference Cross Country Championship as the FPC boys defended their team title. This is your home for local sports with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the WNZF Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.